Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Sorry that I haven't been getting back. I need to make my videos more regularly. One thing I wanted to think of that's coming up this weekend, 4th of July. And what I'm coming to you guys today with is, what do you care about? What makes you tick in life? What makes you happy? What do you think we're all here for? You know, everybody talks about these things. You know what I noticed in life? I noticed that people just talk about the little everyday stuff. They don't talk about nothing deep. Everything's just little ha-ha, and everything deep is shoved under the rug. Well, I think you can do both. I think you can be funny as hell, and I think you can also be deep and emotional and loving. I think we can do it all in this world. I really do. And with 4th of July coming up, and I was thinking today, I went to a food bank. I'll be very honest with you guys. It's a wonderful place out here in Michigan called the Lighthouse off of Gratiot. And I went there, and on the way out, there were some things I can't use. And I gave some of my stuff to the people there, and I gave a bag of grapes to my neighbors across the street. And they're real thankful. They have a lot of kids. And I'm thinking, and I said this before in one of my other videos, please. And I told this to the lady inside there, and she really just sat and listened to me for a minute. I go, just think. I'm sure if you went home right now in your closet, you'd have like a pair of pants, shoes, shirt, stuff, brand new with tags on it that either doesn't fit, you bought it home, it don't feel good on you, wrong color, wrong size, whatever, brand new stuff, right? Or even stuff that's not with the tag on it, but you just never really wore. Maybe wore 1 or 2 times. Why do we sit and hold on to things like that when our fellow people don't have socks, underwear, shirts, pants, shoes, nothing to wear? Why? Why? Give. If we give back to people all around us, our neighborhood, start small. Neighborhood, family, church people, whatever. If you give back, I have nothing, and I give all the time. And I got to get more into the habit again. I always give, but I got to try to give greater amounts, because greater amounts, God will produce more for me to give greater amounts. And I truly believe that. I'm a very poor person. But he really does. You just wouldn't believe it. But if everybody had that mentality to give back to people around them, or people they work with, or people they live by, or their church, or whatever, do you know that, and I told this to the lady, do you know there would be no people that were hungry, people without clothing, or shoes, or socks, or pants, clothing? Everybody would have stuff. Because you know what we're supposed to be learning here on this thing called Earth, that's a classroom? We are supposed to be taking care of one another. But everybody's got the mentality, me. I want for me and my family only. It's all I care about. That's not... Yes, you should take care of you and your family. But people who do have enough, let's give back. And people who don't, poor like me, we can all give. If we all give, we can change this world. We could change this world, just us. We don't need a government to do that. Come on. We really don't. We really don't. It starts with the little, like you see that commercial with the one thing. It really starts just with me and you. It really does. And I think that's goes hand in hand with this holiday weekend, the 4th of July. Because it's a real important thing. You know, it's kind of where we came from. We should take care of one another. That's what that great flag stands for. The people who were not selfish, who gave up their lives, their time, the ones that did live, they gave away their time and being with their families and stuff, you know? So it's something to think about. We can all do better. But I think every day, if everybody just wakes up and has that, and what am I going to do for somebody else today? Just because life is hectic. Life is fast. You run, 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 run. When I'm off, all I do is run, run, run. I'm off tomorrow. I got to come back up at work and do a little thing. And then I got to cut grass. And then I got to do a couple other things. I got a lot to do. But I'm going to try to do it calmly so I don't make myself crazy. Oh, you guys can see my Coletta shirt. My husband bought this when he went to Norwalk, Ohio. His father used to build and make cars for Connie Coletta and Shirley Muldowney, and he used to race Top Fuel. My husband's father, Chuck Kurzawa. But anyways, my husband's all into that still, and he will be, and he's getting more into. He's actually working for race teams. But I just think we all got to give back. You know, we really do, and I'm going to go back to some of my videos before where I had problems with some of my husband's family. And I don't want to come across like as a person that'll say, well, you do this, but I'm going to do something else. No, 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 no. I have tried for years with those people. Let's give you a for instance. My one sister-in-law, I'm going to remain nameless, to try to make peace with her when my mother passed away for the good of the whole family. When I had more money at one time when my mom passed away and I was taking care of my dad, I put $100 on a porch and a beautiful statue of an angel, and I wrote her notes like, hey, let's just get along for the kids and the better of the whole family. You don't have to be in love with me. And that's another thing in life. You don't have to be in love with me, but can you be an adult enough to be around me and a decent human being? That's all it takes. You know, we're all basically striving for the same things in this world out there. We really are. We're all trying to achieve the same crap day in and day out. Good for us and good for our family. And just trying to make it, have food on the table, a roof over our heads. That is all what it's about. But we need to kind of slow our wheels down a little bit, because this life does move by so fast. Take care of one another. Take care of our brothers. I don't care if you're black, white, purple, gray, whatever. Let's take care of one another. And gay people, this is Pride Month. Again, I said back in one of my other videos, can you imagine if you were a young person coming up and you couldn't tell your mother, your father, your aunts and uncles and cousins what you felt inside, and you had to carry that hurt around and be shamed? How wrong is that? I'm going to tell you something. We are not supposed to judge one another. We're not God. I'm not God. You're not God. You know what? Love one another. Love one another. God put everybody here to see how we're all going to get along. Love one another. Don't let somebody be hurt. That's another thing. When I die and croak, I want to come back and help the most desperate, hurt, people that are crying out, and the world's just going by and it seems like nobody's listening to them. I want to be that angel on their shoulder or in their life to help them get through another day, because you never know what's around the corner. You can't give up in this world. It's hard. It's a struggle. I used to always say my mom struggled with depression real bad my whole growing up life. And I go, isn't it horrible? As sick as you are, you have to fight to know what the doctors are giving you, what's this is going on, that's going on, just to get better. You have to fight and you have to struggle, and your mind isn't working right. You have to fight and against all these odds to make your life better at your sickest, most weakest times in life. That's why, if you can, reach out to family or friends or strangers, or, strangers too. And seek the help that you need. Because I'm telling you, my mom, she was at some really bad points. She would throw up all the way in a bucket to U of M hospital. I sat there in the back seat and had to watch that when I was a kid. It was beyond her control. She had a chemical imbalance in her brain. My poor father would just shake. He was so nervous. I remember him telling me one time he was standing there and the garage door hit him and he fell on the ground. He was just beyond a bag of nerves. And I held the family together. I was the glue. I'm an only child. I'm a tough sucker. I've been through a lot. But my ma, looking back, now I see how tough and beautiful you were, Susan Hudella, and I love you with all my heart and soul, Ma. She fought, and she got a lot better. They put her on a medicine, and she was really good till before she passed away. She had surgery, and they pretty much killed my ma. She had a regular hysterectomy, never made it home. But God has plans for us all, but that crushed me. But I don't want to talk about that right now. That's another video. But she was good for a lot of years, and she had a lot of happiness. My dad and her would go driving around and do things when I got married, and she had a lot of happiness. And that made me very happy to know that she had that. So she did get straightened around. I seriously thought it would never happen. I used to cry at night and say, God, what can I do? How can I help my mother? How can I make things change? And you just keep praying and you just keep plugging along. Plug, plug, plug. Things will change, people. Things will get better. I promise you. I promise you. Anything you work at hard long enough in life will turn around. And somebody else in another video, Our Tribe of Many, wonderful Sarah, said there's seasons. And it's a great way of putting it. Seasons of badness, seasons of goodness, seasons of money in your life, seasons of being poor. This is my seasons of being poor. I had everything growing up. My dad bought me 16 cars. You know, there was only a couple of them new, but they were all good used cars. But I worked my butt off for my family all my life. I never was like, ooh, a spoiled monster. I was a good person always. That's one thing my parents instilled in me. But there are seasons in your life of good and bad. You just got to keep roughing through it and think of maybe what you're doing wrong. Really look at yourself sometimes. Sit back and look, what could you do different to make things a better outcome? Please, please, one thing in life I can tell people is don't have that attitude, woe is me. I could have that right now being poor, having a junky car, trying to struggle, trying to pay it off, paying like $13,000 on a car that wasn't even worth $3 or $4. You can't be like that. Okay, live and learn. I'm going to try to do better next time. I'm going to try to save up some money. Then sell the car that I have and put money down on something. Maybe I can get something a little bit better. You got to not be like that. You got to be humble. And you got to not think, woe is me. If any way possible, take every experience as an experience, good or bad, learn from it, and try to move on. That's the way you make your life better. And I'm learning that as I get older. And I just really wanted to say all these things to you guys today is to inspire you. We have 4th of July coming up. It isn't just about watching ooh, ooh, ah, ah in the sky. It isn't just about that. It's about looking at the person next to you or behind you or your neighbor, you know, taking care of one another, making each other's days better. The pandemic is hopefully winding down a little. It's time we love one another. Just talk to one another with compassion. Help one another. This is what we're here for. This is what's meaningful in life. It's not just what we can get and do. It's about caring about one another. And I want to be here for you guys, and I want you here for me. And what you guys think about it? I got something else to throw out at you. I'm going to cut my hair off next week and dye it dark. My real true hair color is almost black-brown. I'm just tired of dealing with this. And I always look like a slob like this, you know? So I'm thinking of getting a real short cut. Yeah, I'm heavy. That's another thing I got to work on. I really do. I've been needing to. I always got an excuse for years. That's another whole video. But I'm hoping you guys can come along on this journey with me and help me be a better person too. Because I'm not no saint. There's so many things I need to work on. That's why I'm reaching out to you guys to help me be that little train behind me and push me ahead. And I hope maybe I could offer some happiness in your life today and put a smile on your face. I'm here for you. My name's Lisa, sharing life stories with you. Please come again along on the journey with me, the journey we call life. Have a good day, guys. Bye.